Can you tell me which one of these is real? Most people cannot, and that's the problem. Because right now, AI can generate fake images so realistic that even experts struggle. But here is what's wild. Researchers just created an AI that can not only detect these fakes, but actually explain what's wrong with them, pointing to the exact pixels that give it away. I'm Dmitry, and today we are breaking down TruthLens, a breakthrough AI that's like a lie detector for images. No fluff, no buzzwords, just what it does, how it works, and why it matters to you. So let's start with the problem. You are probably seen those AI image generators. Dolly, Midjourney, Stable Diffusion, Kling AI, and so on. Type some words, boom, you got a photorealistic image. Impressive, right? But here is where it gets dark. These same tools can create fake photos of real people. Politicians saying things they never said. Celebrities in situations they were never in. Even your face on someone else's body. And it's not just random internet trolls anymore. We are talking about fraud schemes using fake IDs, misinformation campaigns with fabricated evidence, revenge scenarios I won't even detail. So the scary part, most current detection systems just say real or fake. That's it. No explanation, no transparency, you just have to trust it. Well, imagine being falsely accused because some black box AI flagged your real photo as fake. Or worse, real fakes getting through because the AI can't explain what made it suspicious. That's the gap TruthLens fills. So, what makes TruthLens different? Instead of just spitting out real or fake, it acts like a forensic investigator. It shows its work. Let me show you what I mean. Here is a standard AI looking at a deepfake. This image is fake. Cool. Thanks for nothing. Now here is TruthLens on the same image. The image looks fake. The person has mismatched eyes and the mouth has blending artifacts. The left eye appears unnaturally asymmetric compared to the right. The edges around the nose show faint inconsistencies. So see the difference? It's not just telling you that it's fake. It's showing you where and explaining why. So this matters for three big reasons. One, trust. You can verify that AI's reasoning yourself is good enough. Two, learning. Humans get better at spotting fakes by understanding what to look for. And three, legal use. In court or investigations, the AI said so doesn't cut in. You need evidence. And TruthLens provides that evidence. Alright, let's talk about how this thing actually works. I'll keep it practical. Okay? Most AI image detectors work like this. They look at the whole image at once, trying to spot patterns that seem AI-ish. Problem is, deepfakes are getting so good that these big picture patterns are fading. And TruthLens takes a different approach. It combines two types of vision. So first, the forest view. It uses something called a multimodal language model. Well, basically an AI that understands both images and text. This gives it the big picture. Things like, does this scene make physical sense? Are the shadows consistent with the lighting? Does the overall composition look natural? Think of this as a 30,000 foot view, right? And the second, the microscope view. Here is where it gets clever. TruthLens also analyzes the images in tiny 14 to 14 pixel patches. Why? Well, because that's where deepfakes fail now. A fake face might look perfect from far away, but zoom into the left eye versus the right eye, well, slight asymmetry. The edge where synthetic skin meets real background, tiny blending artifacts. The texture of the hair, well, just slightly too perfect to be real. And these are the forensic clues hidden in the details. Yeah? Now, the breakthrough isn't having these two views. Lots of systems actually do that. The breakthrough is how TruthLens combines them. Most AIs would just mesh these features together and hope for the best. TruthLens does something smarter. It uses what the researchers call cross-model adoption or adaptation. So, speaking in plain English, it teaches the detail-focused vision and the big picture understanding to speak the same language. The system first learns on millions of regular image caption pairs. This is like basic training, learning to connect visual details with words. Then, they train it specifically on deepfake detection data. Now it's learning, oh, when I see these pixel patterns in the microscope view and this context in the forest view, that maps to a specific type of manipulation. The result? An AI that can say things like, the image looks fake, the mouth region shows AI generation artifacts, the teeth alignment is unnaturally perfect, and the lip texture has a subtle smoothness inconsistent with the surrounding skin. The lighting on the lower lip doesn't match the nasal shadow angle. That's not just detection, that is forensic analysis. Okay, enough theory. Does it actually work? Well, the researchers tested TruthLens against every major deepfake detection system out there. And the result? Well, it crushed them. Let me give you some numbers. On face swapped deepfakes, you know where they put someone's face or on another's body. So TruthLens hit 94% accuracy. The previous best was 92%. Well, you might say, wait, that's only 2% better. Yeah, but remember, these are the hardest cases. The difference between 92% and 94% is actually massive when you are talking about thousands of images. On fully AI-generated images, like stuff from Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, it hit 94.5% accuracy. But here is what really matters. The explanations. Once again, the explanations. Remember, other systems might get the right answer, but they can't tell you why. TruthLens get the right answer and provides detailed reasoning. They tested this with something called blur and stutter scores, basically measures of how good the explanations are. TruthLens scored over 2.6, while the previous best was barely breaking 2.0. Okay, so here the real flex through. They trained TruthLens on one set of deepfakes, then tested it on completely different types it had never seen, like training it on face swaps and then testing on AI-generated landscapes, right? So completely different types. Most systems collapse on this scenario. TruthLens, well, still over 90% accurate with detailed explanations. That's the difference between memorizing patterns, like previous systems do and did, and actually understanding what makes something fake, like TruthLens. So why should you care? You are probably not a forensic investigator. Well, fair point, but this technology affects you more than you might think. For example, social media. Every platform is drowning in AI-generated content. Some harmless, some not. Imagine if, for example, Instagram or Twitter could not only remove fake images, but tell you why they removed them. This image was flagged because analysis shows synthetic facial features inconsistent with the claimed source. Well, transparency matters. TruthLens enabled that. Let's go to news. We are entering an era where pics or it didn't happen doesn't work anymore because pics can be faked, right? News organizations need tools that can verify images and explain their findings to readers. TruthLens provides forensic evidence that can be checked. Personal protection. Someone creates a deepfake of you. Right now, proving it's fake is hard. With TruthLens style technology, you could generate a detailed report. This image shows synthetic generation artifacts in the facial region. The eye geometry is inconsistent with known photos of this individual. The skin texture shows AI smoothing patterns. That's evidence you can use. But zoom out even further. This is about the future of truth in the digital age. We are rapidly approaching a point where seeing isn't believing, where any image or video could be fake. That's genuinely scary for democracy, justice, personal relationships, naturally everything. Tools like TruthLens don't solve that problem completely, but they are a critical piece of the puzzle. They give us a fighting chance to distinguish real from fake, even as the fakes get better. And critically, they do it transparently. Once again, transparently, they can explain why it's fake, right? And the AI shows its work. That means humans can verify the conclusions, the system can be improved, then it's wrong, and we are not just blindly trusting another black box. In a world increasingly mediated by AI, that transparency might be the most important feature of all. So let me wrap this up. TruthLens is a new AI system that detects deepfakes by combining big picture scene understanding with microscopic detail analysis. Instead of just saying fake, it explains exactly what's wrong, pointing to specific regions and artifacts. It beats every other system in both accuracy and explanation quality. And it works across different types of fakes, not just ones it was trained on. That's very important. And more importantly, it represents a shift in how we think about AI detection systems, from black boxes to transparent tools that show their reasoning. Is it perfect? Well, no. Will deepfake keep getting better? Absolutely. But this is the kind of technology that keeps us in the game. An arms race where both sides, fakes and detectors, keep improving. And right now, the detectors just got a major upgrade. If you want to dive deeper, the full research paper is linked below. It's technical, but fascinating if you are into this stuff. Right? Okay, and if you found this breakdown useful, if you like AI research explained in plain English without the hype, just subscribe. Because this channel is all about taking cutting-edge AI developments and making them actually understandable. I'm Dmitry, thanks for watching, see you in the next one. Bye bye.